Why do we have hair in such random places? I don't know. I don't really care. But we're gonna find out anyway. I love me a bit of TedEd. Really keeps the cogs turning. He's a good looking man. Yeah. Come through.
We have lots in common with our closest primate relatives. But comparatively, humans seem a bit underdressed. Instead of thick fur covering our bodies...
He's got a fantastic ass. I mean, wow. Even I'm jealous. I do love the artwork as well. That's the thing with educational stuff on YouTube. A lot of them, like, you know, Kurt's Gazette, the Infographics show, TED does look very beautiful. So whoever drew this, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Many of us mainly have hair on top of our heads. And a few other places.
Cheeky.
And why do we have hair where we do? Human hair...
I don't know, but we're going to find out.
Hair and animal fur are made of the same stuff. Filaments of the protein keratin that grow out of organs known as follicles.
So if you eat some more chicken, not dietary advice, you're going to have a full head of hair in no time. I'm actually really proud of my hair. You know what? I think especially if I got this trimmed up, I think I've got above average hair in terms of quality and thickness and sleekness, if you will. I'm very happy. I'm a very happy man.
Which go through cycles of growth and shedding. Across mammalian species, hairs have been modified for numerous purposes, ranging from the soft fluff covering rabbits to the rigid quills protecting porcupines.
That's not hair, though. Like, you're telling me that this being has... it's referring to the hair. Well, I guess I am a wally.
But for many mammals, hair grows in 2 layers, consisting of a shorter undercoat of ground hairs covered by longer guard hairs.
Was it kind of like, I remember in biology you had the cilia, and it's sort of like it moves stuff about. I wonder if any animal has that. So you sort of like, you know when you have a beard and you get food caught in your beard? Imagine if you had like cilia sort of move it closer to your mouth. I think that would be a very good biological adaptation. More nourishment, better survival of the species.
Together, they help insulate the animal's body and protect its skin. Human hairs, on the other hand, are kind of a combination of these hair types. Unfortunately,
we're not like the other girls.
Hair is rarely found in fossils, making it hard for researchers to pinpoint when and how our ancient ancestors lost their coats.
Yeah, because it's not a bone. Surely hairs are like tiny and they're going to disintegrate. They're only made of, what? Proteins is what it is, but proteins decompose. It's not going to last millions of years. And then again, with all these topics, I said it in the last Kitchen Nightmares video, I am no expert in any of these fields, so I'm basically just going to take your word for it. But I do think that's very strange, so if someone can explain that in the comments, then I'd greatly appreciate it.
But scientists have developed some working hypotheses.
She does look like a bit of a dork, though. I think if I saw her at a club, I'd run away. She'd start talking to me about dinosaurs. And nothing wrong with girls who talk about dinosaurs, or girls in general, but I'm here at a club, hypothetically, to get my groove on, not to play with clowns or whatever that is. And the fit is slightly questionable as well. I'm sorry, whoever this woman is, but yeah, not for me. Maybe I hope you find a partner soon, assuming you want a partner. Let's move on.
It seems that millions of years ago in Africa, early hominins first transitioned out of trees and adopted a more active lifestyle. Keeping cool became increasingly important.
But surely then you just move up further north, because if you go further north then it's colder. I don't know, I am again in no way an expert. Please do not take away anything from what I'm saying. But if you start from, you know, Africa, where I believe the first humans were supposed to be like found, and then gets hotter because, you know, global warming and the ice caps melting. And then as it gets warmer, Africa becomes less habitable. So then you move upwards, and that's how people, the first settlers in modern day England would settle, and then, you know, in Europe and Asia. Maybe I'm supposed to be an archaeologist. Maybe that's my calling. Again, please do not take anything I say with fact. It's just for entertainment purposes only. Do not try it at home.
Eventually, they developed more sweat glands, which helped them lose heat by evaporating moisture through the skin. In fact, humans have 10 times more sweat glands than chimpanzees, for instance.
And don't you also have the hairs on your... Again, back to biology. I don't really remember much about biology, but you got the hairs. I don't know if you can see them. My camera's a little bit scuffed, but they stick up when you're exercising, so air can pass through it quicker. Is that a case of having hair adapting to its environment, or is it more of a case of not having hair? Because if you didn't have hair at all, I assume it would be easier to lose heat. But then again, if you're from a country like England, I mean, you're going to see sun 20 days of the year, but the rest of it, no chance.
However, if losing our hair was so advantageous, why do we have any left at all? It seems that there are unique uses for hair in different parts of our bodies.
I'm calling it mating, because when you have different types of hair, it shows uniqueness and originality within the species. That's what I think.
When it comes to the tops of our heads, temperature regulation likely played a part again. Since early humans began venturing into the open, their heads would have been exposed to the scorching sun. Thicker, longer-growing hair protects our sensitive scalps and keeps our brains from overheating.
But then you just go bald. If your hair is bushy, then it's going to be bloody boiling. Just go bald. If you go bald, then there's no heat on the hair because there's no hair. Am I missing something? You know what, science woman, I don't doubt your findings, so I'm just going to go along with it.
Dark, tightly curled hair is most effective at keeping solar radiation off of skin.
And ginger people, alas, your poor suffering right now, especially right now. What's it, 37 degrees in England? England, not Spain, not Death Valley, England, 37 It's outrageous. It's outrageous. I don't know why I took my headphones off, but it's outrageous. I say we cancel the weather. If we can cancel all these horrible people on Twitter, we can cancel the sun. Hashtag cancel sun. I'm angry. I'm riled up.
They're especially useful for communication because they sit atop active facial muscles that convey our feelings. Eyelashes have been shown to minimize airflow over our eyeballs, preventing them from drying out and catching debris.
That is pretty cool. I respect that.
Maybe facial hair proved helpful in distinguishing identity from a distance, but we really don't know. Evidence is stubbly at best.
Get it? Because it's stubble and it's about hair. Top quality banter for all you TedEd subscribers. Then again, I can't say I'm much funnier than that, so I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be slandering the great name of TedEd. Overall, their humour may be as dry as the Sahara Desert on Tuesday afternoon, but you know what, we're learning, and that's the most important thing.
Why we have hair in other regions is more pungent. Our armpits, nipples, and pubic areas are dotted with apocrine glands. They produce oily, smelly secretions which the thick, curly hair that often grows in these spots helps disperse. The secretions that waft off these hairy patches may be useful for identification.
I'm just sorry, I've just had a brainwave. So 2,000 years ago, people would have been attracted to that. You cavemen were really strange. Not going to kink shame you, but the number one thing for me, aside from a good brain and career prospects and no crime, well, I've said three things, but you got me. But number four is good hygiene, and I for one, I believe I am a practitioner of good hygiene. I encourage safe sex. I encourage deodorant wherever possible, and I think you should do the same. So if you want to find your love of your life, wear some deodorant. That's the lesson for the day.
For example, several studies have shown that people are able to identify their own armpit odors, as well as those of people they're close with.
Oh yeah, because I've just done it. You scientists aren't very clever, I must say. You know, you've got all your PhDs and all your bloody studies in microbiology, penis studies, but you can't tell that I just did that. And somehow that's a big finding. Strange people.
Roughly the same density of body hair as apes of comparable sizes. So despite all this talk of human nakedness, we're not actually as hairless as we look.
Amazing. Look at the unity. Look at the bunda. Fantastic.